Alrighty, guys, this is my top rookies for this year so far as of Thanksgiving. This will obviously be updated as more and more time progresses. But right now, we'll run through real quick. Highlights that you'll see are of every single rookie. And this list, let's go right into it. I want to hear who you would have, but this is my order. 1, Paulo Banchero. 2, Benedict Mathurin. 3, Jaden Ivey. 4, Keegan Murray. 5, Shaden Sharp. 6, Jalen Williams, aka J-Dub. 7, Walker Kessler. 8, Christian Coloco. 9, Jeremy Sohan. 10, AJ Griffin. 11, Tari Eason. 12, Jalen Duran. 13, Andrew Nemhard. 14, Marjon Beauchamp. At 15, Jabari Smith Jr. Also, shout out the Athletic for some of this information. Let's get right into today's list and get into it. Why Paulo Banchero at number 1? I mean, the guy's averaging 23.5 points, 8.5 rebounds, almost 4 assists, a block and a steal a game. Guy's been phenomenal. Obviously, he has been absolutely amazing. The guy, Paulo Banchero, is the perfect blend of size, strength, and skill. He's just an extremely rare guy. He's 6'10". Guys don't do this with the way he handles the ball. Anthony Davis was a heralded ball handler at 6'10". But Paulo Banchero makes Anthony Davis's ball handling skill look completely different. And also, this is a stat. So the points, the 23.5 points and 8.3 rebounds. If you look at this, the number of rookies who are able to do that over a full season, if he averages at least 20 and 7 rebounds per game, since 1985, the only players to average 20 and 7 are Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid, Blake Griffin, Elton Brand, Tim Duncan, Shaquille O'Neal, Alonzo Mourning, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Hakeem Olajuwon per stat head. So let's move over to 2. Benedict Mathurin. Benedict Mathurin, 19.3 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, half a steal a game. God damn, I was always a big Benedict Mathurin fan. Him coming out of college, and he has just done everything to prove that he was not a fluke. And look, we knew he had a high floor because of that natural shooting ability. He's been able to show that he can shoot off the catch. He's got real off-ball movement, and he can generate his own threes with or without the ball in his hand. And on top of that, he showed that he's got a steady pull up, and he's taking strides as a creator and a playmaker. And defensively, the fundamentals are there, and we've seen enough of the tools that it's worth investing, that he's the second best. Then let's go over to Jaden Ivey. Jaden Ivey, something else, Annie. This cat is good. He's fun to watch. He's spectacular. He was worth everything advertised, okay? Coming out of Purdue, Jaden Ivey is averaging 16.8 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal a night. Jaden Ivey is a guy who came in and is putting on a show. His ability to get downhill with power, force, and speed has shown that that skill set is immediately translatable. He separates from any defender, no matter how athletic, okay? And I'd like to say that the difference with the Ja Morant comparison is Ja's like this natural field passer and playmaker, while Ivy is this guy who just power athlete. And I think his floor is like a bigger Eric Bledsoe right now, Jaden Ivey. A bigger, more athletic Eric Bledsoe. That's his floor. Imagine what else Jaden Ivey could develop into. And then we got ourselves Keegan Murray, who we said Keegan Murray is a player that, could very much be a guy who is a Tobias Harris. And that's nothing at all to say. I've said it before, but I think Keegan Murray has shown it. He's a guy who has the ability to push the ball in transition, catch and shoot, make the occasional mid-post self-created bucket, hit opposing guards on the post mismatches, and I buy him as a shooter from all over the court in a variety of situations. And, coaches like moving around and using it at the point of attack, and the kid's averaging 12 points, 4 rebounds, an assist, a steal. Good for him. And then Shaden Sharp. I don't know why I did it like that, but God, there was big questions on this kid. Was he going to be worth it? There was interest. There was questions all around him. And he slipped a little bit in the draft, but man, the 19-year-old. He'll be 20. From London, Ontario, Canada. Dude, this kid's an absolute monster of a shot creator. Terrific athleticism. Literally jump out the gym. He's averaging 9.5 points, 3 rebounds, half an assist, half a steal, half a block a game. And he finishes at the rim and drives transition plays like no one else. And he's never been asked to be a playmaker, but he's showing that he can playmake. And his defensive skills are there to buy into it. And this is a guy that, yes, we hadn't seen him. Like, look, I know the question going into here was he more Terrence Ross or more Anthony Edwards? And guess what? I think we're seeing in terms of shot creation and ability to decelerate into pull-ups, he can be a guy who I think could develop just into the similar prospect that Anthony Edwards has. And I love Shannon Sharp. He's been fantastic. Then at 6, J-Dub. Jalen Williams has been so much fun to watch. The man out of Santa Clara. And he was a guy who had a growth spurt. He's this genuine dribble pass shoot ability with that 6'6" height with a 7'2" wing frame. And his floor is being Taylor Horn Tucker. But the thing is he's a better shooter and passer and generally has more basketball skill than Taylor Horn Tucker will ever have. And his shooting ability is already there. We're seeing the cat average over here 9.5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, a 9.5 a block. It's been fantastic. Really, I think it's been phenomenal. And yeah, so let's move over to Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler's playing 15 minutes a night, averaging 5.5 points, 5 rebounds, an assist a night, 0.3 steals, and 1.3 blocks per night. I'm telling you, Walker Kessler, ooh, baby, this guy has been good. He's literally has had, and listen to this, in terms of his impact on and off numbers, it's insane. So, teams are shooting only 32% from 3 when he's out there. But with him on the court, Utah has only given up 107 points per possessions versus giving up 116 per 100 possessions when he's off the court. And Kessler's not really having an impact on the 3-point misses. He's certainly having an impact on what teams are shooting around the rim. When he's out there, teams have only made 59% of their baskets, okay? He's at 10.8 contests per 36 minutes, which is the second best mark behind Miles Turner. And he's just consistently available. And he's just someone who is so good because his feet stay active with his hips ready to drop from any angle, and his enormous 7'1" frame allows him to keep everything in front of him, which means rollers rarely get behind him. He allows guards to recover back in the front or get a rear window contest on a jumper, and he's particularly good at baiting guards at taking little mid-range shots and getting a little late contest, even at times simply just letting them take and going to rebound depending on who the shooter is, the stuff that coaches love to see. At 8, Christian Koloko. It's been awesome that this defensive first led Nick Nurse, Christian Koloko, and Walker Kessler, 2 guys following in the lines of Davion Mitchell, Herb Jones, and Matisse Thybulle as high-level college guys who were defense players making an impact. When Koloku's on the floor, Toronto gives up 105 points per 100 possessions compared to 117 when he's off it. And Koloku out there is averaging, Koloku's averaging 4 points, 4 rebounds, and 1.4 blocks. Koloku, I literally said he was a poor man's DeAndre Ayton, who could be a better defender. And Koloku has a greater impact, like in my opinion, on the defense is great. Teams are on for the Raptors than Mark Kessler does. 54% is what teams are shooting against him near the rim. When Koloku's at the floor, teams turn the ball over 20% more of their possessions. I mean, that might not be a direct, inflection on him, but still, I think that's pretty awesome. And Jeremy Sohan, he's starting to pick it up together, 7.7 points, 4 rebounds, steal a night, half a block, 2 assists. He's just the ultimate glue guy. It's just the shooting still. AJ Griffin needs more playing time. He would be higher on this list. This guy's a goddamn beast. Just Nate McMillan just shucks. And he's averaging 8.5 points, 2 rebounds. I believe it's a steal a night and assist a night. He needs more playing time. Tari Eason, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. 1 assist, 2 steals almost, and half a block. He's a freaking dog. So much fun to watch. Jalen Duren, the youngest guy in the NBA, 7 rebounds, 7 points with, I believe, a block a game, half a steal, half an assist a night. He's been fun. Andrew Nemhar starting to come in a little bit later, 6.7 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal a night. He's starting to figure it out. And then Marjon Beauchamp, he's looking like he's going to have a big impact on this team. Been literally a double-digit scorer for the past few games, looking like a freak athletically. He's averaging 6 points and 4 rebounds almost for the season. And then at the bottom at 15, I have Jabari Smith. He's averaging 11 points, 6 rebounds, and about a block a night. Also, they play him at center sometimes, and it's just look, Jabari Smith coming in here. First off, shout out Christian Braun, Jake LaRavia, but they could be in front of you. But look, this guy was the third overall pick, and the problem for him is that he has this 1-2 step like shot. So he has this long load into his jump shot, and if you look at his feet when he shoots, he has to swing he plants his right foot or he plants his left foot, and then has to bring his other foot next to it, and this allows defenders to close in on his shot. This is why being able to shoot directly off the hop is so important in the NBA. Can you be able to load into your shot quickly, and doing it off of a 1-2 step allows defenders to get back into the play. And this is the ultimate crux. The jump shooting is what he does and what makes him special. And he's been so good at it throughout his career that you thought he'd be able to continue immediately doing it. And I'm not worried because I think like just watching all of Smith's tape, expecting him to think the situational factors are holding him back. He's been a strong movement shooter throughout his career. He's only taken four shots from 3-point range off his screens this season. Something theoretically would be an indictment of Steven Siles and his coaching staff are running a really extremely rudimentary offensive concepts. And I do think Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green often miss him on driving kicks when they drive to the rim. And I don't think either of those factors are working to help Jabari Smith at all. But at the end of the day, that's not the main issue. Smith is missing open looks. You could run him off a million screens. Porter could hit him on every single kick-out opportunity and wouldn't make a difference because Smith is only going to make shots when he has at least 4 feet of separation from his defender at a 32% clip as per the NBA site. Jalen Green went through a prolonged slump to start last season in Houston, and he eventually broke out of it. My bet is Smith will eventually break out of his because he's too good of a shooter to not be able to. Let me know your thoughts down below. This was a long one, guys. Peace out.